Hey, it's Mike with the Daily BM. On this episode, Brad and I discuss our women troubles, such as not cleaning up after us and the shopping experiences that men have at Marshalls and various places. Plus, we go off on a tangent about how shitty it is when we're building things and women are trying to tell us how to do it and when to do it and why we should do it and not to get so angry when we didn't do it correctly. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good morning, fuckers. Welcome to another day at the Daily BM where the jokes are already happening before we even start the show. I swear to God. Like, sometimes you just say things that just make me want to fucking laugh. Let me just tell you.
That's my role in life, man. Just making people laugh. That's what I do every day, all day. They either laugh with me or they laugh at me. They're always laughing.
Mostly it's you laughing at you, I'm sure. But, you know, hey, speaking of getting laughed at.
Tomato.
It's Woman Wednesday, man. What kind of trouble can we get into
women
today with women?
Trouble Wednesday.
So what kind of trouble can we get in with the ladies today? What do you think?
I get in trouble all the time, dude. All the freaking time. Like, all the time.
You're like, I get in trouble.
So let me ask you a question.
Oh, here we go, people. Yeah, just like that, we're off.
Does your wife randomly just come up and, like, playfully try to hit you?
Okay, so playfully or intentionally?
No, like intentional, but playfully. Not trying to hurt nobody. Like, not meanly. Like, not mean. Like, she's just trying to have fun and be free-spirited.
Sometimes she doesn't know her own strength. So I've had this conversation with her before, and I'm like, hey, that fucking shit don't feel so good. Can you knock that shit off?
Let me tell you my story.
Oh, please elaborate.
So the wife comes over, and she, like, swings on me. Jokingly.
Well, what do you mean swings on you?
Like swings to hit me, like in the arm. Okay. So she makes contact and hurts her hand by hitting me.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but that's pretty fucking funny. So go ahead.
And then proceeds to get mad at me for hurting her because she hit me.
Okay, so I'm going to piss a lot of women off with this statement. Listen, sometimes, just like how men don't make no sense, neither do women. You know what I mean? That makes no damn sense. She got mad at you because she swung at you and hurt her damn wrist. See, that's what I don't understand. That's what I do not understand.
She was joking around and she was just trying to be playful, but then she ended up hurting herself and she wanted to be mad at me. And I didn't do nothing. So then she swung with the other hand because she was like, ow, that hurt. Because all I did was move just a little bit. And she made contact with, you know, the beefier part of my body that wasn't all fat and flabby, you know. And then she swung with the other hand and she hurt that hand. So she was like, both my hands hurt now. Man, I gotta go to work. I'm like, then why did you come at me with violence?
Yeah. So why did you swing on me then if you knew my muscular body was going to hurt your little dainty hand? I'm just trying to make you just props. But I've never understood that, you know, like my wife would like swing on me too. I don't understand why women think that that's playful. It's kind of like I pissed my wife off once because she used to do this thing where she grabbed my nipple. And you want to talk about pissing you off?
Oh, yeah. You got mad. You got mad about that several times.
I got furious, and so out of pure it wasn't out of anger and meanness. It was out of wow, that fucking hurt. My reaction was to grab hers and do the same. You know what I mean? And then she turned around and got pissed off at me. I didn't grab yours as hard. Ow! You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's about how it fucking felt. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, if you're going to do that shit, if you're going to put your hands on somebody, you damn well better be okay with the repercussion of it. I don't give a shit who it is. Because that shit does not feel good, you know? I mean, there's nothing wrong with like a playful, like, ha, slap, on the arm. Big deal. But if you go full on punch somebody in the balls or punch somebody in the arm or chest or, whatever, then you damn well better be ready, for the repercussion of that.
Or like when you're wrestling, and then they get mad.
Wrestling?
Yeah, when you're wrestling.
When you're wrestling. Wrestling. It's
when
wrestling. When you're wrestling, not wrestling.
Wrestling. No, wrestling's what you do with guys. Wrestling's what you do with ladies.
You do what with guys?
You wrestle. You wrestle with guys. That's Roman.
So you wrestle with women? Who the fuck says that? What are you, 100?
That's Roman Greco style, where you're going at it trying to murder each
Who
other.
the fuck says wrestling? I have never heard in my life of somebody call it wrestling, unless they were some country hillbilly.
You ain't truly from the South, then.
Where your wife is from? West
you ain't
Virginia.
You ain't truly from the South, then.
Mountain Mama, take me home. Hey, what's next? Is your wife going to be wrestling with you and then making some moonshine out on the fucking mountainside?
You know it. Barefoot and pregnant. That's the goal.
Barefoot. Well, you've already got the barefoot down. Now you just need to get her pregnant. Knock her up, dude. What are you waiting on?
No, we ain't doing that no more. I don't want any more kids. That's another problem. No more kids.
Hold on a second.
Mm-mm.
You
no.
Now you have told me before you want.
I would be open to adopting like an 8-year-old or older. But I do not want to start with like a baby because the crying and the screaming, no. I have no tolerance for it. Like, I was in Marshall's the other day, and there was a couple there, and their kid was going off, and I literally just wanted to walk over and like drop kick it out of the place. I was like, I gotta leave. And then I went over to Ulta, and there was a kid in there screaming too, because we were getting some supplies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck? Seriously, these little bitches need to shut the fuck up because it's annoying as fuck.
These little bitches need to shut the fuck up. Wait, I have to ask a question. What the fuck were you doing in Walmart?
I wasn't in Walmart. I was in Marshall's.
Oh, Marshall's. Okay. Really? You were in Marshall's? People actually still go to Marshall's?
Yeah. Yeah, my wife wanted to go in there and she wanted to look at some shit. I don't know.
Every time I go into that store, I can never find anything. Like nothing.
No. I don't go there for clothes. I can't. My wife does. I mean, she finds cute shit all the time. She's like, I got this at Marshall's for like $14. It's amazing. And it's really cute. I go in there and I'm like, $14. I'm like, look at this shirt. The buttons don't line up.
I know, right? You ever know?
Oh, look! This. Check out this Tommy Hilfiger shirt. It's kind of like Tommy Hilfiger, but the knockoff.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Look,
it's so true.
Look, it's Hooli board shorts. These are great. Hooli board shorts.
It's not an eyes-eyed alligator. It's just a fucking lizard. I know. Trust me, there's some stupid shit like that. They always, but you are so right about, or here's another one. The buttons they line up.
It's red.
But the seam itself is off to the left.
Yeah.
The shirt shifts to the left no matter how you fucking try to like fix it.
And you put the shirt on and the pocket's like in the armpit. Like it's over here. Like for some reason. Like instead of being where it should be, it's like over here. Or one sleeve is just a smidge longer than the other side. Right.
So you're working out that one arm so it pans out.
Yeah, they'll be like, obviously the poor people don't need to be stylish. They don't care. Here's the discount.
I never want to hear women say they don't get the fucking breaks, dude, because they really get the breaks in the clothing stores, man. I mean, what I mean by that is they can go thrifting and get like a ton of shit for dirt cheap. That is cute as hell. Guys, we're every time we go in there, you can't get shit. The only thing I buy from Marshall's, honestly?
What?
I only buy the freaking hats. Because that's the only thing that they get right. Seriously,
that makes sense why your hat's a little crooked now. I've always wondered why they're always off, just a little bit off centered.
Oh fuck you! No, they're not, dick. I actually ordered my Hurley hat
discount hat.
No, I actually get these through Amazon.
ihat.com.
ihat.com. iCrookedhat.com. No, but seriously, I mean, like even the colognes,
half price, half quality.
Have you ever turned their colognes over and seen like how old they are?
Like they're old as fuck, dude.
You have to be super careful, man. I mean,
dude, I never ever would buy food in there because that shit's probably like 90 years old. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they have like the weirdest fucking spices and shit too. It's like, pimento flavored coffee. Like what the fuck? Yeah,
pimento flavored coffee. Ooh,
it's like dates and radishes spread. What?
I mean, there's so much like even the furniture. I mean, sometimes you can get some good pieces of furniture out of there, but I've been noticing this slightly.
They break fast.
They break fast, and they've been slightly increasing the prices. Like,
oh fuck yeah, dude! They're like cranking that shit up. They're like,
it used to be like $50 for like a bar stool set. Now it's like $250, for the same damn bar set. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! It's the still same wobbly pieces of shit. You know what I mean? But when you're on a budget, I mean, hey, you got to go to Marshall's. I get it,
man.
Dude.
IKEA, bro. IKEA, that's the place to go. You got to be able to build it, but that shit, you can't get better quality for that price.
You're listening to the Daily BM.
But you know another thing too that I've noticed,
and that shit looks good.
Where women
ends up looking good.
Where women get a really good break. And I mean, I know we're not dogging them, but they get good breaks, man, when they go to like these outlet malls and shit. They get like tons of cool shit for dirt cheap.
Now, let me tell you something. I just went to the outlet mall and they got me a bunch of these Under Armour t-shirts. They're on sale for $10 a piece. I was like, oh my God. So they're like,
so
Dick's,
you're saying that's like the new.
In Dick's, they're like $55 a piece. I was like,
yeah, dude.
Shit.
Dick's a dick. I mean, seriously, Dick's is a dick because they literally overcharge for everything, man.
Yeah. No shit, bro.
I can't believe people actually shop there because it's just so ridiculously priced. But if you want to sponsor something, just go ahead over to
I'll tell you, the only thing that I got at Dick's that was actually cheaper than other places was some kettlebells, some Weider kettlebells. Which they're not the best kettlebells in the world, but I'm poor and I don't want to spend.
I'm poor. Help me, I'm poor.
I don't want to spend $500 on a pair of Rogue kettlebells because it says Rogue on it. I'm not trying to be famous.
Shit. Yeah, no shit. I mean,
I don't ever understood that. I mean, that may be a topic for another day, but like, is the shit really that much better? Like,
no. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is a 45-pound rubber weight from what was that, Cap or Ethos that much shittier than a 45-pound Rogue weight? Like, are they both? Because they're both 45 pounds or pretty damn close to it. I mean, close to fucking enough. And it's like, I don't know.
But also that weight won't give you lead poisoning. I'm just kidding.
It's made out of rubber. There's no lead in it.
I'm just joking. It's all the inside.
I mean, maybe if you drop it 100 times, it'll might break faster than Rogue. But I mean, the ones I've got have been working pretty well. I'm
gonna be honest with you, man. I bought some. I used to go to a place here locally called Play It Again Sports.
Oh yeah, that place is a rip-off.
And now they literally just changed their philosophy, man. It used to be like their stuff was actually really good priced in the very beginning. I get
now it's like
you get only a 10% break than going and buying it new at the store somewhere. And it's
10% more. It was 10% more, dude. I went in there to buy kettlebells.
Yeah, that's right.
We went in there to buy the kettlebells, and I literally that's why I went to Dick's because they were $15 more for the 30-pound kettlebells than they were at Dick's.
Yeah, and they were brand new. I don't know why you're bouncing either, but whatever. I just thought maybe you were doing something you shouldn't be bouncing on. But that all being said, so yeah, I think women get they get the biggest breaks, man, on when it comes to clothing lines and things like that. I really feel like they get good deals because anytime I go to like Kohl's or anything like that, even like the guys stuff for like activewear is freaking ridiculously priced, like ridiculous. The Under Armour and the Nike, I can't believe. And I mean, I sound like I'm bitching because I am, but it's $65 for a pair of shorts.
Oh, yeah.
For a Nike pair of shorts. $65. Hey, Nike. Fuck you.
$63 of that's pure fucking profit because they paid some kid.
They paid somebody $2 to freaking
not even
make it.
They paid them like 25 cents to make it, and then the material costs like another 50 cents. And all the rest is sheer profit and marketing. Well, they have marketing expense and they got overhead from like for the CEOs and shit.
Well, and then also that they're sponsoring baseball teams and football teams and basketball teams and women specifically, athletes and shit like that. So they're giving money to them. Yeah, whatever. And
on this episode of the USS Inclusion,
we will be docking with
where everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome aboard. But anyway,
qualifications? None.
We're one big happy family on this ship.
You want to be the science officer? You don't have to even know science. Just show up.
Just show up. Because we're happy to have you aboard.
Medical officer, sure.
Yeah, here.
We don't have a captain because we don't believe in them.
We believe that everybody is a collective.
Yeah.
We all made decisions. But anyway, so here's another thing too, man. All right, let me take a look at this one.
Let's go. Ooh, that's a good idea. Let me hydrate for this episode. This episode is brought to you by H2O. That's a high card H2O.
Yeah, no shit. I have to ask. Okay, So I'm going to pick on women here again one more time before we get out of here today. And I'm going to pick on them for this particular reason. Why is it? Now, this goes all the way across the board because I know women complain when they text you and you don't respond right away. Hold on. I'm about to hit a sore button with people. So here we go. So women will bitch the minute that you don't respond to their text within about 60 seconds. Now, that's a fact. But
preach, brother, preach.
Here's my problem. They text you like, hi, I love you, or whatever. And then you text them back immediately because I'm a guy and I get no response till the next day or whatever, maybe 3 hours later. And then I love I was working. Look, you have a watch on your phone. You can literally hit an auto reply. You know what I mean? I don't even want to hear it. I find that the biggest bullshit. Like, it drives me. That is like a pet peeve of mine. It drives me nuts, dude. Yeah. It's like it takes 2 seconds to just have a response. Now, if you're in a meeting or something like that and you're having to pay attention, or whatever, but if you're sitting at your desk, you got 2 seconds to reply back and then move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I try not to have text during the day anyway, especially with my wife. But I've always wondered why women are like that. Like, why are you guys wired to that point where you have to go, oh, you didn't respond to my text? I literally just responded to you a minute and a half ago. And you're already complaining that I didn't respond? Okay. But then I send you one, and you take 5 hours to respond to it. Oh, I was getting my nails done. Okay. For 5 hours? 5 hours. 5 fucking hours? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Okay. Since we're on this freaking roll. Okay. So, what I don't understand is when you eat something, right? When you eat something, and you take the bowl to the sink, and you just place it there for a second, okay? Is it the end of the fucking world that you didn't rinse that bowl instantaneously? Like, you just put water in to soak it for a minute? Maybe because I had to piss, or maybe because I had to go back outside, or because you wanted me to take the garbage out, so I took the garbage out. Why is the bowl in the sink? Because you told me to take the garbage out, so I was just listening to what you had to say. Well, you're just going to leave the bowl in the sink? No, I just literally went out there to do the garbage, and now I'm coming in to do the bowl. And then this is the one that gets me the most. So you put your bowl in the sink. They tell you about it, but they're scrubbing their own bowl and leave yours in there. Drops mic. What the fuck is that about? You know what I mean? Capiche? Do you get that in your house? Where they'll wash their own shit, but nobody washes your stuff? Because I always believe if it's in the sink, I'll wash the whole thing. And one more thing, and I'm going to go off Bill Burr on this one. Because I agree with him. Here's a scenario for you. Women are notorious for this shit. You ready? You're building something. Like a fucking desk, right?
Yeah.
And then you fucking are building it, and of course, parts missing, or something's going wrong. So you fucking cuss at it. You fucking piece of shit. I can't believe this stuff. You know what I mean? Whatever it might be. But then you turn around, and they're like, why are you screaming and yelling at the thing? Because that's what we do. We're fucking guys. We have to talk to inanimate objects and tell it what a piece of shit it is. But we don't need you telling us, you yelling at that's not going to make it any better. I don't know about you, but that literally drives me fucking nuts when people tell me that. Hey, it's instilled in our DNA to bitch about something when we're building it a little bit. You know what I mean? Not everybody stays 100% calm. Guys throw shit sometimes across the room. Fuck this piece of shit. You know what I mean? I know you've done it before. I'm sure you have thrown a tool to the ground and been frustrated when you can't get something to work. Don't tell me you have.
Sometimes,
sure,
very rarely.
But I've never understood it. They talk about us having the worst timing in the world, but the reality is so do they. You know what I mean? If you would just calm down, if you would just shut the fuck up and get out of my face for 5 fucking minutes, maybe I could just build this without you nagging my ass. You know what I mean? It's like Jesus Christ. But every person that I've ever dated and or was married to has always done that shit. And I've always wondered, is that a woman thing or what is it? Because it drives me up a fucking wall. And I agree with Bill Burr on this one. It's fucking insane. Just let us be men and be fucking stupid for 5 minutes because we're fucking dumb by nature. And we're like, I'm Neanderthal. I build stuff. And then we get mad and then we go like this. Okay, cool. It's all together now. And then, of course, the damn thing from IKEA breaks because it's be shit. But, hey, whatever. IKEA stuff sometimes is very cheaply made.
what I like on that same vein is when they walk in and like, hey, do you know what you're doing?
Yes, I know how I'm gonna kill your ass in a minute. I can show you.
Do you think that's how that works? Yeah, obviously I know exactly how it works. I've done this before. Like, yes, the answer is yes. It's always yes. Just go with yes. You know, like, oh, so frustrating.
You know what I hate is the one where when she's right. That's the one that gets me. When she goes,
when? About what?
Okay, so I built something not too long ago, and I'll give my wife kudos for this because I was totally fucktarding this up. And I refuse to pick up the damn manual. Men don't pick up manuals.
Oh, I do.
That's because you're not a man. But anyway, so I'm just kidding.
I just don't like building shit wrong and have to rebuild it.
Right? Well, I'm your typical guy. We're like this. Man, fuck it. We'll just skim through the manual and start building. You know what I mean? And that's where I made my first mistake. But the second one I make is having her in the room when I'm doing it. Because then she's like, well, if you would have just read the manual, and here it is. You ready?
Yeah.
It says if you take part B and line it with part D and E first, that part C will slide in unthing. And I'm going, fucking part C will get in there if it would just fucking do what it's supposed to do. And broke part C and had to go and buy all parts again because I broke it. But then that's when you just lie and say that it came in the box that way. But you still had to spend half your day going back and replacing it. But that was the only time my wife is ever right is when about the manual thing because I refuse to read manuals sometimes. So
that's pretty dumb. You shouldn't do that.
It is pretty dumb. I learn from trial and error, and usually I have a lot of errors. So anyhow,
I'll tell you the fun thing is like I don't know if this has ever happened to you. This is a little off topic, but the reason I read manuals is because 9 times out of 10, I can figure things out just by looking at it and see how things go together. But I don't know if you've ever had the situation where there was this one thing I was putting together, and I think it was a piece of furniture, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
And in the very beginning, you had to put one screw in this certain place. So that later, much, 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 much later, the last piece would interlock with this screw, so that way you could lock it into place and then complete the project. And if you didn't put that screw in, there is no way you can get the screw in at the end because it's inaccessible. So you literally have to take the entire fucking thing apart to get back to that one part to put that one fucking screw in, and it doesn't work because that piece is integral to the design. It's literally like the fucking engineer was like,
he must have worked for Ford Motor Credit or Ford Motor Company.
I know what I'm going to do. I got it. I know how to fuck them. I fuck them good. They're going to read this fucking manual that I put together. They're going to do it because I'm going to put this one piece that has to go into the beginning. And if they don't do it, it's going to fuck them. It's going to totally fuck them. So I always read the manuals now. So I'm like, I'm never doing that again.
See, I should have learned back in 2005 this whole thing, but I didn't. I'm your typical guy who doesn't learn lessons very well. And one, I bought a Ford, right? And I had a Ford Focus. And that made me think about it when you said the engineers are assholes. Because engineers are assholes. I think they really sit in a room going, how can we fucking make this so hard where people, it fucks them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I had this Ford Focus and literally ran like a champ. I'll be honest with you. Ran like a champ. I had this car the longest time. The PCV valve. Isn't that what it is? PCV valve? Yeah. Went out on it, right? Now, if anybody knows what this thing is, it's literally just a little tube that kind of like connects. So where do these assholes put this $10 part? Seriously, it's literally $20, actually, not 10. It was a $20 part. You had to remove the headers and the whole top part of the fucking engine to get to it. So guess how much a $20 part costs to put in? Just take a stab. How much? This is like
$1,200.
12 years ago. $700.
Ooh,
I was like this. Okay. I was like this. So for a $20 part, it's $700 in labor, or $680 in labor. Nice. You know what I mean? Great job, Ford. Way to fuck that up. Thumbs up to you, engineers at Ford. Yeah. But anyway, so I should have learned from that one. And then I recently built a record player stand, and that exact same thing you just said happened to me. I was like, fuck that. I don't need to read that shit. I've got to this one part, and it was like, you have to screw down these, what are those things? Those locking mechanisms that they make for the screws now with the little locking things on them.
I know you're talking about the little,
the little round locking things that always fucking break. But so I couldn't access any of them in the center. I had to take half of it back and apart again. So you would have been proud. I didn't cuss, scream, or yell. I just went like this. Shit, man, could kill somebody. I'm gonna take this whole fucking cams. They're called cams, and I had to take all those cams back out. And you know how it is when you back that shit back out, it never goes back in the same because they always fuck something up. But it went back together fine, and I fixed it. But I was like, "Yep, that's what I get for not reading that fucking manual." So, ladies, we're gonna end on this note, and I'm gonna tell you this: you are absolutely 100% accurate. We don't read shit, and that's why we get pissed off when we're building stuff, and you have every right to call us dumbasses for not reading the manual if we don't read the manual. Unless you're in Mike's case where he reads the manual and he just still gets told, does he know what he's doing? So that being said, don't forget, head over to thedailybm.com where you can find us on all our socials. Also go over to YouTube and Rumble where you can like and subscribe. 20% off on masondangerco.com. Just use the promo code DailyBM. Mikey, got anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, guys, just try to live with a little grace and empathy, and remember, women get better clothing at thrift stores and or Marshalls and other places like that than we will ever will. And just go out there and live your best life and try to be as fashionable as possible.
And ladies, stop telling us to read the fucking manual. With that, catch you on the flip side.
Have a good one.
Deuces.